Last week we saw the introduction of the trial chambers to Java Edition snapshots, and as of today's preview, we've actually seen them on Bedrock now. And in the case you've not seen one yet, then this is one we can see right here. They come in all forms of shapes and sizes, spawning from below 0 all the way down to -64. So if you want to find one of these things, you're going to have to look in that specific area. These things are entirely built out of the tough blocks and the copper blocks, as well as the oxidized copper bowls, which means in the case you want to actually light things up, then you could just have to wax them around, and there you go, there's a little bit of light. There's an absolute ton of loot you could find around this one place, such as from like barrels, from chests, and even decorated pots. Because if we break this one, then we can see, okay, that's just an arrow, but sometimes you can find even better things inside of them, such as with, yeah, that little bit of iron we can see right there. Now, from the looks of things, everything seems to be exactly the same as what we saw in Java Edition snapshots, including this little room we can see right here, which might lead to something at some point in the future. You can only activate them while you're in survival, so like say you're in creative, they will not activate at all. And there's tons and tons of different types of mobs you could find inside the trial chamber, such as husks, spiders, skeletons, strays, as well as skeletons wielding poison arrows. So if you ever want to take one of these things down, you're really going to want to be prepared. And that's especially true when you fight the brand new type of mob known as the Breeze. Unlike the Java Edition one, there's a couple things missing with this mob. I think like with its jump attack or something like that, even though that's kind of what I'm seeing it doing right now. They're honestly not the hardest mobs to take out in the world. I mean, granted, I am wearing netherite armor and I am using a diamond axe, but still, they're not too difficult. That is until we find like a bunch of potions and things like that they'll eventually be able to run into. Because those breeze attacks can interact with redstone signals, so yeah, be a little careful when dealing with them. You also do get a chance of finding the trial key, which still, even as of this one beta, doesn't do anything yet. And there's a few wonky bits of generation here and there around the place, but generally speaking, if you want to try out the trial chambers, then now they are available inside of previews. And if you want to try out the trial chambers, say on a realm, then there's a whole new reason I'm doing it now. This is a realm I'm currently on, and as we can see, all we have is about 12 chunks of render distance. Meaning that even if I try to like adjust it upwards, it's still going to be stuck at 12. But as of today's beta, in the case you are using a realm, that render distance will be bumped up all the way up to 20. And just to compare a little bit, this is 12 chunks of render distance we have right now. And this is what 20 chunks of render distance will do. And yeah, we can see so much further now, which is such a welcome change. Like, seriously, Realms is one of those things that's like, it's good for multiplayer, but it's so bad in terms of like everything else. Well, okay, that's a bad way of putting it. In terms of the render distance, it's pretty bad, but now as of this one beta, it should be seen so much better. It's not like maybe the 40 or 50 I'd like to see, but still, an improvement's an improvement. Will we see other types of realms improvements, such as say like upping the amount of players on a realm? I don't know, I could always help, but still, this is such a welcome change just to see like more improvements happening to realms, as well as finally being able to see the trial chambers implemented into Bedrock Edition betas. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.